Right. Shabbat Shalom. All praise and honor to Yahweh Hashem Mashiach Yahushai. Pray all is well. Within a week, a lot can happen. Within a day, a lot can happen. One day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day to the Most High. He can really compact 24 hours of information and prophecies and judgment. And that's what we're going to talk about today. This class is called Falling Stars. All right, we got a plethora of falling stars occurring throughout the four corners of the earth, particularly in Babylon. So really just, I believe these stories are pretty much concentrated in Babylon. One is Canada, but yeah, they're falling like dominoes. Okay. And we're going to talk about it. All right, so we're first going to start with Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 3. And who did the Most High choose? Why did he choose these people? You know what I mean? He could have chose anyone, but he chose the 12 tribes of Israel. And it's working out good for us. You know what I'm saying? When you look at what's going on with Esau and his mind state right now, Moab, it's a pretty much a collapse. It's slow, but it's fast, if that makes any sense. Because he's really taking out whole nations and bringing them down to their knees. So the intricacies, the chess moves that the Most High is doing is amazing. It's on hyperdrive, you know what I mean? But you know, they are still here, but they're being vexed and perplexed to no avail. All right. But let's start with Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 3, folks.
Con. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 53 and verse 3. When everybody have it, please say con.
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 Con. Verse 3. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and advocate with grief, acquitted with grief. And we hid as if we were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not.
So when Yahushua was walking the earth, he had to deal with a lot. He had to deal with stiff-necked, rebellious Israelites, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, always trying to outdo him. You know what I mean? When he was on the cross, we're saying crucify him. You know what I mean? Really real bloodlust amongst our people, right? You know what I mean? And you can see how the somebody whispers something in their ear like, yo, let's get this guy out of here, and then everybody just follows suit. You know what I mean? And I was talking to somebody one time, the guy was trying to debate me with every aspect, every turn. And he's like, well, he had the 12 apostles, he had the apostles with him, you know what I mean? Like it's 12. And it's not like he didn't have disciples, but one thing you gotta understand that people don't want to hear what they're doing wrong for the most part. You know what I mean? Scriptures talk about, a wise man will love to hear that and change his ways, you know what I mean? But a fool, is paraphrasing, you know what I mean? A fool rejects that. But a lot of our people, are foolish. They don't like to hear, you know, what what the answers are. For example, gun violence. Yo, we got to do something with this gun violence. We got to march. We got to protest. Uh, we got to what go to black owned banks, and we got to boycott and all this other stuff. And it's like, how about we follow the law, statutes, commandments in the Bible? They're like, everything but that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll do everything else but that, whatever God wants us to do, you know. So that's the mind state of our people. And it hasn't changed. That's one thing that, we can see as far as the curses who our people are, but the mentality, stiff-necked, rebellious, really hard-headed group of people that don't want to hear the laws of the Most High God. All right. And you can imagine the backlash when, Yahushua was walking the earth and saying, look, man, do this, do that. We're gonna, make this thing happen. And, you're, they didn't believe who he was, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Even though he's doing miracles. All right, let's go to John 15 and 18. 'Cause now here we are, right? 2,000 years later, same spirits walking the earth, you know what I mean, through regeneration, same stiff-necked, hard-headed, rebellious people. All right. And we're dealing with the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We, going out to the highways and byways, and people walk by and put their headphones in their ear. They weren't listening to it before, but they're like, I don't even want to hear that. You know what I mean? Yahusop was bringing that scripture out heavy down in Atlantic City. They turn the shoulder. I'm not trying to hear you. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's bring that out. John chapter 15, verse 18.
Con, this is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 18. When everybody have it, please say Con.
Ah, God. Yeah, you bring it out.
Con, Con, verse 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Con. So, we're pretty much, you know what I mean? It's like Yahushua, despised and rejected among men. You know what I mean? That's a trait of the Israelites. You know what I mean? Of law abiding Israelites, rather. You know what I'm saying? You can see the looks on people's faces sometimes when you're wearing your fringes. It's like a look of disgust. Sometimes it's like, oh wow, look, it's an Israelite over there. Sometimes, but also you have that look of disgust. Like, people have set themselves in accordance with Satan. You know, this is, the as we say, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, they're praising Satan. So when your spirit is close enough to theirs, it's conflicting, and they actually hate you, like they said, but Yahweh Shai was like, yo, they hated me first. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much get in line. You're in the same boat as I was, as far as the hate that people have towards you. And, with Yahushua, he made everything. So you would think, you have a little bit more respect for him. You know what I mean? He said he could send legions of angels to destroy people, but our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Let's go to John chapter 1, verse 46. And like this verse, Yahushua could have been born anywhere, you know. I mean, as far as uh, you know, the prophecies are, you know, um, they are what they are. But just saying, you know, as the son of God, could have been born in like a Beverly Hills section of uh uh you know Israel, Jerusalem, that region of the world. You know what I'm saying? But it was written, and it chose to be in a tough neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So um we're finding out who, you know, uh of course, who the children of Israel are, but all this is for a reason. Okay, he's right down with us. You know what I'm saying? We in the ghetto, he's in the ghetto right along with us. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring that out. John chapter 1, verse 46.
Khan, this is the book of St. John, chapter 1 and verse 46. When everybody have it, please say Khan.
God.
Uh,
Uh,
Verse 46. And Nathanael said unto him, can there any good thing come out of Nazareth? Philip said unto him, come and see.
so that'd be a rough place to be. Like, can any good thing come there? You know, can any good thing come out of St. Louis? Can any good thing, you know, um, come out of Compton? Can any good thing come out of New York, Philly, Baltimore, Chicago? You know what I mean? Memphis? Can any good thing come out of there? You know? So, Nazareth had to be a pretty rough area. You know what I'm saying? For him to say something like that. Let's go to First Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 27. And you know what what's happening now, as we can see, that things are changing, things are switching. So the despised, the rejected, that the world hates, born in the rough neighborhoods, they're the ones that are going to be exalted and lifted up. And the so-called celebrities and stars and everything, they're going to be the ones that um are fallen. And this is what's happening right now, and we're going to bring evidence of that just in a week's time. Okay, let's bring that out. First Corinthians chapter 1 verse 27.
Khan, this is the book of First Corinthians, chapter 1 and verse 27. When everybody have it, please say Khan.
God.
John.
God.
All right, you bring it
Verse
up.
27. Khan, verse 27. But Yahweh hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And Yahweh hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
John. So um Salakia, let me uh get more clarity on that, as far as you know um what the GNT says. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's just a little bit more uh easier to read. Okay, so in the GNT it says, God purposely chose what the world considers nonsense in order to shame the wise, and he chose what the world considers weak in order to shame the powerful. So um so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, go to Esau schools, and hard to transition, hard to adjust, and that's just seen as, and we got to deal with a whole bunch of other things aside from just going to school and taking a test. You know what I'm saying? Our people got to walk through gangland territories. You know what I'm saying? Just had to go to my cousin's funeral 2 days ago, and now I got to take my finals. You know what I'm saying? So the stuff we go through, and on top of uh attempting to adjust in Esau's kingdom, you know what I mean, of waking up early in the morning, going to school, giving you sugary cereal and drinks for breakfast, and having to sit in school and sit in a desk all day long, no sunlight, no air, no nothing, and just get fed constantly, some things that are obviously like math and things of that nature, you know what I mean? But then you get, oh, Columbus discovered America. Like, where's that? You know what I mean? And uh oh, now in Texas they say that it's really, start in Texas. I'm sure, nationwide now that uh there were no slaves. There were low wage workers. They came here to help build America. You know what I'm saying? So just the lies and stuff dished out um in their schools, sometimes Jake and Eve drop out or don't do as well, barely graduate with on the skin of their teeth, so to speak. And they're like, these people are fools. They don't know anything, da da da. But you know, um, the same brothers are hitting the streets and breaking down Daniel and Revelation, uh, Paul and his letters, and you got people that went to seminarian school or whatever, and I've been in school for 50 years and I know everything about the Bible, and then you start breaking things down, it's like, man, they confound them, you know what I'm saying? So that's the Most High who he's using. So the main thing about these scriptures are like, who's the Most High using? Who's the Most High with? And you can see not just through the curses, but other, throughout the whole scriptures, of who the Most High is dealing with. All right. And bringing down an empire. It's pretty much what's going on. You know what I mean? Spiritually destroying these devils, putting a mirror up in front of their face, um, showing that, whatever you say, we can look through that, see the lies and combat it, and then tell the world about it. So that's one thing that's going on right now. All right, let's go to Matthew chapter 24 and verse 29. All right, okay. And we see the signs, we see the prophecies, right before, as everybody's coming on to class, Putin's house is on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a president of a superpower, and his house is on fire. They're getting drone attacks all over the place. Crimea Bridge got bombarded the other day. It's so much stuff happening that you can't even keep up with it. You know what I mean? They're getting inching closer and closer to nuclear war, and to the point where Russia today says, I think it was the minister. Give me 1 minute. Was it defense and foreign minister? Let me find out the guy's name, or his title rather. His name's not. Probably won't be able to pronounce it anyway. But this guy is. He's the member of the Russian Council on Foreign and Defense Policy, Dmitry Slovak, right? And he's actually the deputy director of the World Economic and International Politics at Moscow's Higher School of Economics. He said it's time for Russia to drop a nuclear bomb. And he, puts out his case on what that means, and why, and what the advantages would be. But ain't nothing goes to Russia today that isn't filtered in through the Kremlin. All right, this is what they say. That's their mouthpiece for the most part. So nuclear war is right around the corner. All right, so let's bring out Matthew chapter 24, verse 29, Bokashar.
Khan, this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, verse 29. Would everybody have it? Please say Khan.
John.
John.
Khan.
John.
Khan, going into the red letter. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
John. Okay, so hey, as far as the the sun being dark in the moon, could look at that symbolically. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding of this world is pretty much, you know, uh, they don't know which way to go. They're left from their right. Very much confused. You know what I'm saying? Look at it physically, because literally the sun and the moon it's like eclipses that just happened, within like a couple months ago. Um, and the stars are falling from heaven. And this is what we're talking about. The stars falling from heaven. Um, and the powers of the heavens is shaken, you know. The rulership of this earth is being kaput. Like we just brought out, Putin's house is on fire, you know. Um, the people that call themselves king, like, yo, man, I'm the king of New York, like, like Biggie said, king of New York, kaput, gone. You know what I'm saying? Debo was the toughest person in our neighborhoods, right? Oh, Bull just deboed him for his car. Bull just deboed him for his shoes. Like that was the name of somebody that's, physically imposing that will take something from you. God killed Debo. You know what I'm saying? Or took Debo away. Anybody that's exalting themselves is being brought low, you know. So it doesn't pay to say, I'm the king of this, I'm the king of that. Now, of course, we know we come from a line of kings, King Solomon, King David, so we have a bloodline of kings. But to exalt yourself in that aspect of not being humble, I'm better than everybody and this, that, third, of course, better than the heathens, but I'm talking about Jake and all that. That's a dangerous thing. And I'm the savior. I feel that I was put here to save. You remember that picture with Trump with all those Diamond Silk and all those other pork chop preachers are holding on to him and praying and everything like that. Those days are up. Those days are finito, finished, kaput. Because now what's going on in America? Your president, former president of the United States of America, and the front runner. I mean, of course he has to win because Joe Biden, I mean, think about it. At this point, Biden just giving all tax dollars to Ukraine and Israel. You see all around the country, people are setting up encampments around um colleges. Columbia encampment just came back of saying, yo, we don't want you to give weapons to Israel because they're just bombing quote unquote innocent civilians. And right now, as we speak, they're bombing Rafah, where they told the Palestinians to go there because you'll be safe. And now they're bombing them. You know what I mean? So I say that to say Joe Biden's chances of winning are slim to none, you know, for the most part. And now, what happened to Donald Trump? The front runner of the United States of America president, already was president. What happened recently? Let's get that.
So I'd say that the jury.
Salakia. Fair Use Act, Fair Use Act. This video is protected by the Fair Use Act because this is a teaching moment. Let's continue.
Is back in the room. That Judge Merchan is back on the bench. And so we are looking now, it looks like we have some of the verdicts coming in. It is quickly coming in here. From inside, we are starting to hear that there are guilty. There are guilty verdicts from our producer inside. We're hearing guilty on 1 through 5. 1 through 12, we have now 13, 14 guilty. 15 guilty. You may hear there are a split of folks here who've been protesting on both sides of this case. Some cheer, some boos, as we are now getting the information from the jury. We're up to 18 counts, 19 guilty. Remember, we have 34 here, 20 guilty. And again, these counts were very similar. What they were looking at, it was different occurrences essentially of the same crime, a misdemeanor that was elevated by being linked to a felony. to an underlying crime. We are now 24 counts in, all guilty from inside. This is what we are hearing from our producers, up to 26 guilty. Now, remember, each of these counts could maximum have 4 years in jail. President Trump would be considered a first-time offender. These are non-violent crimes. So it seems that it is unlikely the judge would sentence him to prison, but we are now up to 31 counts guilty out of 34. 32 guilty, also coming in from inside the courtroom. Our producers now saying 33 and 34. They're saying guilty on all 34 charges. That is where we are at. The jurors, it looks like we're going to leave for the day. Suddenly we get this verdict. It is 34 guilty counts on all of this. I want to bring in Andy McCarthy, who's here with me, Judge Deneen as well, and Trey Gowdy. Andy, where we go from here, obviously there will automatically be an appeal from this Trump team as quickly as possible. There's the legal issue of sentencing to come. That's going to take maybe months to get to a pretrial report on this and then to a sentencing by the judge. And he reminded the jurors he's the one who decides. But we have the reality now of a former president for the first time being convicted on 34 criminal counts, guilty on all of these counts, whatever conflict or confusion or questions the jury had. They got that information back to them this morning. And by the end of day 2 of deliberations, we're at 34 guilty counts for the former presidents of the United States.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click.
All right. So your president, Babylonian president, Barack Hussein Obama. Oops. No, not Barack Obama. You know what I mean? He's a Hamite anyway, but you know, they hated him when he was here just because of the color of his skin. You already know that. But Trump has been found guilty on all 34 felony charges. These are felonies. You know what I'm saying? A felony and a misdemeanor, there's a difference in that. This guy is a stone cold criminal. You know, he needs to pull his pants up, get a haircut, and get a job because he is bringing down the fabric of America. You know, he's a pot smoking, dope peddling, Melania, who knows what she has to go through in that household with that criminal. He's the bid. You can bid on Trump all day long. This dude has 34 felony counts. I know some vicious people in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Just being from the neighborhood, such and such shot such and such, and he's a drug dealer and he's a carjacker, and he, you know what I'm saying? Stick up kids, all that stuff, right? None of them have 34 felonies. That means Trump's going to go into the jail, right? And they be like, dang, man, there he is. You know, everybody's going to get quiet. You know what I'm saying? They're scared. This guy's a lifer. You know what I'm saying? He might knife you up for that telephone. He has nothing to lose. This is what's happening in America. You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful. This is what God is doing, you know? Yeah, I know, right? They're like very they, you know, and that's Esau's, them frogs talking about Revelation, you know what I'm saying? They just regurgitating garbage out of their mouth, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to get the sway the public, like, you know, shouldn't go to jail though. 34 felonies, shouldn't go to jail. If you had 34 misdemeanors, you're going to jail for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You know, the judge's not going to run a concurrent, you know, looking at you. You look like a nightmare he had yesterday. You know what I'm saying? The person that robbed his uncle back in the 50s, you know what I'm saying? That's how they look at you. They look at Trump, you know, like, oh, well, you know, he didn't do anything wrong. He's a non-violent and, you know, so he shouldn't get any jail time. Man, he put him under the jail. And let's keep in mind that he has other felony charges. Like, this isn't it. You know what I'm saying? He also has insurrection charges. He has voter fraud charges. You know what I mean? This is just the Stormy Daniels charges. You know what I'm saying? So Donald Trump is a convicted felon. One more time, let me just, I really want us all to grasp that the forerunner, the former president of the United States, and the forerunner to be the next president of the United States of America is a convicted felon. You know what I mean? Salakia. Your Uncle Ray Ray, you know what I mean? Man down the street ain't got nothing on Donald Trump. You know, you type it, you know, you had a stolen, unregistered gun on you. You get caught, felonious monk charges. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you can't get a job. You know what I'm saying? You try to work at anywhere. You know what I mean? Now that they'll say they'll give you tax benefits for people to work there, but for the in some corporations, but for the most part, and that's really the slave labor that they need. You know what I mean? Because they're not giving you a living wage, the minimum wage, and what it costs to live in an apartment, a house, rent, mortgage, they do not add up in any state in America, right? So they're like, yeah, you got caught, you did something you ain't supposed to do. Or you can work here, you know what I'm saying? Because we need people, and we can fire you at the drop of a dime because that you need this job pertaining to your probation officer, parole, so forth and so on. You don't get this job, you go back to jail. So it's slave labor. So for the most part, I don't want nobody telling me check the box. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? The president of the United States got convicted of 34 felonies, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. If the president can have 34 felonies, why are you asking me about my little gun charge, or you know what I'm saying, or my joyriding in a stolen car? Explain that to me. Babylon is falling. These things are being shaken up. It's a flip-flop. It's a seesaw. Esau going down, Jacob going up. In front of the world. Let's get Deuteronomy 7, verse 10. In front of the entire world. This isn't just America. This isn't just the United States. There are people in Bangladesh talking about Donald Trump, 30, 34 felonies. He is a criminal. What is going on in America? He's about to send their children over here to America and get their education. Like, if the president have 34 felonies, why would I want my child to come here? We're going to London, but with a bunch of criminals over there too. But convicted felons. The stars of heaven are collapsing. All right, let's bring that out. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 10.
Khan, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 10. Everybody have it? Please say Khan.
Con.
Ah,
Con.
God.
Khan. And repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hated him. He will repay him to his face.
So this is payback. The big payback. You know what I'm saying? That only the Most High God can do something like this. And it's causing so much division. I really had to see that movie Civil War because it's perfect timing, right? But causing so much division. You know what I'm saying? It's like I saw the video, the commercial or trailer, or whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm an American. He's like, what type of American? What type of American are you? You know what I mean? Like, are you a patriot? Do you care about this country? Or are you one of them Joe Bidens? You know what I mean? Like, once that sword starts swinging, how's it going to stop? Who's going to stop it? Is Joe Biden have the presence to stop a civil war from happening in America? These people are gearing up because they know Trump is not a part of the system and Joe Biden is a part of the system. They don't want their children going to school with even though they're the Edomites is a homosexual by nature, but they don't want their children in kindergarten being read the gay BCs and all these this other nonsense. And Joe Biden pushes that stuff. We want lesser government, not bigger government. and you know, the heck with Ukraine and all that, but there's a distinct division in America amongst the Edomites, you know, and of course amongst us as far as law-abiding Israelites and Jake that does whatever he wants. There's division there too, but this type of division with the Edomites, they'll bring it to guns. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to Proverbs 8:36. So once that click clack starts papping, who's gonna stop it? You know what I mean? Um, so these are amazing things that only the Most High God can do. Only God can do this. We haven't seen this in our lifetime. And how many times have we said that? Um, you know, being on these classes, we haven't seen this. This is the first time for everything. First time, you know, tornadoes are. We'll talk about that Wednesday. We'll get into the current events and everything Wednesday. There's a lot going on with that. But oh, matter of fact, that's new moon. But we'll get, yeah, that might be the class for the new moon, just the current events. But the tornadoes, so many tornadoes, they can't even count them all. By the time they're done counting, more happen, you know. So this is a very hectic tornadic season in America, in Babylon. All praise to the Most High. Let's bring that out. Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 36.
Con, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 36. When everybody have it, please say con.
Con. Con. Con.
God.
Con. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
God. So and it's a lot of people that hate the Most High, you know, and they're gonna, you know, be subject to a massive slaughter. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you look at the people of, you know, status in America, you know, the things they had to do to get where they're at, and it comes out almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they did to me. The producers did that to me. Weinstein on the casting couch, and Diddy and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's not one isolated incident. This is what goes on in America. So these people don't go to the Most High for, you know, for anything, you know, just anything. They don't go to the Most High for anything. They go to Satan. They know, you know, if I do this spell or this, you know, witchcraft, right? You know, God says don't do this, and if I do that extra, then Satan's going to reward me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they build up their status. They build up, you know, the $20 million movies, the $20 million or you know, the world tours and everything like that. And it's not to say that everybody does that. It's not to say that, no, you know, some people don't have talent, but America will not let you take things to the next level through, you know, you're not going to put like this. We'll give you an example, like Lil Wayne, right? Lil Wayne obviously soul to soul, obviously, you know, did some strange things for some change. You know what I'm saying? His one line says, niggas keep hating and just love me like I'm Satan. What does that even mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So somebody like him, if he comes out with an album, it'll be promoted on Good Morning America, billboards, Rolling Stones cover, Vogue, The Source. You know what I'm saying? So, and these are all these companies are owned by, when you go higher up, you know what I'm saying? You know, Esau's conglomerate, you know what I mean? Pretty much. I don't know who owns The Source. I'm assuming it's not anybody that looks like us. Let me see. The Source magazine. 1 second, y'all. What's his name? David Mays. This is the owner of the source. Let me see who it is. Slocky, I know it's okay, kind of, but not really. I'm trying to get the. There we go. That's the owner of the source, David Mays. Now, of course, let me see his. You couldn't tell that, right? Um, Now I've been wrong before, right? Saying that this is he was an undergraduate at Harvard. Um, I've been wrong before. I'm like, that guy's an Edomite, and people like, no, he's actually Puerto Rican or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But that guy looks like Esau to me, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? But he owns the source and the distribution and everything like that. Somebody else owns that. You know what I mean? And it all ends up going to Esau. So I say that to say when you start to see people all over the place, like Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? She drops an album, she's, Twitter, uh, the first thing you hop on the social media is the first thing looking at you. When you go on Apple Music or whatever, it's like download her album. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just keeps pushed and promoted. You know what I mean? And this is a evil world. This is the Edomite run society. All right. And they hate God. They love Satan. They love evil. They love wickedness. But now, like the Most High said, they love death because they're going to catch it. All right, let's go to Ezekiel 7, verse 3. So the people have sold out, you know, and I believe it was in the Masons. When you get to a certain level, it's either you go further up the certain level or you don't. And they'll say you're at like, I'm making this number up, so don't quote me. But say, it's 33 degrees in Mason. Say you're at the 23rd degree and you just really want to make it the 24th degree, right? They'll say, all right, this is your test. Have a crucifix. They're like, spit on the crucifix. If you say no, they'll say, good, you passed. You're not supposed to do that. You know what I mean? Good job. We're proud of you. But you never make it to the 24th. You never go any higher than that. But if you spit on it, then they're like, all right, this guy, this guy will do anything. You know what I'm saying? This is our man. Let's keep going. You know what I mean? Because Albert Pike said, and to get the 33rd degree Mason, you're dealing with Satan at that point in time. And nobody's been able to combat what he said or, disprove. It hasn't happened yet. I don't think it's going to happen because people that are the 33rd degree Masons, they're like, yeah, of course. What do you think? He's the God of this world. That's who we go to. All right. Let's bring that out. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 3.
Khan, will everybody have it? Please say Khan.
Time.
God.
Time.
God.
Khan, verse 3. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thy abominations.
So everything that they're doing is just adding up, adding up. You know what I'm saying? All the abominations, they're going to catch it. You know what I mean? And they're catching it now. They're catching hell. A lot of these celebrities are catching hell in these last days. Okay. And we're going to get to that. And they're getting judged. Okay. And all praises to the Most High because these people are purposely leading our people down the wrong path, you know, like this one.
Where am I going? I have no idea what.
Like this one right here. Okay. This drug mule, you know, this degenerate criminal going to different countries, peddling narcotics. It's disgusting. All right, let's watch this video.
Where am I going? I have no idea where I'm going.
Go to the police station.
Never gave anyone my, I never, so I'm under arrest.
Yes.
Nicki Minaj arrested at an Amsterdam airport. The rapper documenting the incident on social media before being released hours later.
Under arrest for what?
So I only know.
I'm under arrest for what? Do you know what happened?
Nicki going live on Instagram asking why she's being taken into custody. The police not offering an explanation.
What am I doing? I never gave anyone my, I never, so I'm under arrest.
Yes.
But under arrest for what?
So I only know.
I'm under arrest for what? Do you know what happened when I came
You
here?
have to go inside.
Huh? What you said?
Can you please stop filming? Just step in the car first.
No, I need a lawyer, because I don't know where I'm going.
You will get a lawyer. At the office, you can contact the lawyer, but if you just step in the car.
In a separate post on Instagram, Nicki films an encounter with what looks like an airport official.
Tell me again.
The police officer told me we have to offload all the luggage
Okay,
and to search everything,
okay.
your luggage.
Why didn't you guys search it before it went on the plane?
They did just a random quick check, but now they want to open.
Why?
And
According to Nicki, the whole situation stemmed from drugs found in her bags. Writing on X, they said they found weed and that another group of people have to come here to weigh the pre-rolls. My security has already advised them those pre-rolls belong to him.
because you killed him,
So keep in mind, they searched my bag without consent. Yeah, that's what happens at airports. You know, you you don't have to have consent. I give you consent to search my bag. No, you're getting in the airport or an airplane. They can search whatever they want, but they see that celebrity mind state that like you can't do anything to me. That's not the case. That's not true. You know what I mean? And look at that. We stopped at on 144. Can't make that up. Let's keep going.
and she was like,
Because I filmed him.
yeah, he was like, he doesn't believe that you don't have more with you than you say.
No, he asked me, do I have any more in those purses? And I said no. And I asked him, where are my bags? They took my bags and put it on the plane before I could know what bags are on the plane.
The Star points out, quote, "This is Amsterdam, by the way, where weed is legal." The local police tweeted Nicki was arrested on suspicion of exporting soft drugs. In Amsterdam, marijuana is classified as a soft drug. And after being fined, she was released.
Work hard just to get it right. Work hard just to get it right.
Before the
That looks very demonic. Look at this video. She's the queen. Babylon. Look at that. Look at those people, man. This is what she pushes out to, you know, our daughters. You know what I mean? Like this is normal. You know what I mean? Bunch of demons around her. Look at everybody's eyes all darkened and everything like that. So she's very evil when it comes to her music, man. When you really listen to it, you look at I believe her Pink album, she's making the same pose as the Baphomet. You know, she's not naive when it comes to evil and wickedness. All right. It's not like, oh, somebody told her to do this. She says Roman, she gets like Beyonce. Beyonce has Sasha Fierce. She has Roman. You know what I mean? She gets taken over by unclean spirits, by demons, by entities. You know what I'm saying? And that gives them you know, financial status and power and fame. Okay, so this is just, you know, like she said, she got fined and released, but this is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is going to recompense upon the all the abominations. So everything that she's done, she's going to pay for that. You know, what she needs to do is repent and come back to the law, statutes, commandments. You know, quit while you're ahead. All right, let's keep going.
Work hard just to get it right. Work hard just to get it right.
Before the incident, Nicki was set to perform in the UK as part of her Pink Friday World Tour. The rapper claiming her arrest was all in part to, quote, sabotage her show. On X, she says after, quote, sitting in a jail cell for 5 to 6 hours in the Netherlands, they, quote, succeeded at their plan to not let me get on the stage tonight. Nicki's flight from Amsterdam to England landing past the time the venue was willing to let her perform.
I always spoke to my fans on Twitter. The good thing is the fact that they feel connected to me. Yeah.
Nicki says she plans to find a way to make up the missed performance by adding an extra tour date. But for now, quote, I'll have the lawyers and God take it from here, though.
And that God ain't our God. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Thou sayest. Thou sayest, the lawyers and God are going to take it from here, and God ain't going to stop. Let's get Proverbs 1:26. But you know, the evil stuff that they do is going to pay them back. You know, our people got to pay as well. Okay. You know, that's making mockery of the Most High. She's, you know, she'll put on like a nun outfit, and you know what I mean, like all into all that wickedness stuff. Okay, let's bring out Proverbs 1:26. Uncle Sean.
When everybody have it, please say Khan.
Con.
God. Huh.
Verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when you fear cometh.
So and that's not, people that don't want to listen to Yahweh Shem Shai are people, you're gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? Now this next video is funny. Okay. A guy that was an actor at General Hospital got put in a General Hospital. What? You know what I mean? It's like a cable guy, Jim Carrey. I learned the facts of life from watching the facts of life. How do you work? How are you an actor at General Hospital? And then they put you in the General Hospital. Hilarious. But I mean, his General Hospital is the morgue. He was on like the 4th floor or whatever. He kind of did not make it. All right. And yeah, these actors are, finding themselves in a bad position. Who knows what they did to get to their status? But at the same time, Slocky, let me make sure that's the right one. But at the same time, whatever is it done in the dark will come to the light. You might not know what happened, how did people get to their yes, is it how people got their roles, what casting couch they were on. And nobody was there, no cameras were there. But the Most High was. They had the angels watching. You know what I'm saying? So let's watch this next video about the General Hospital. I think, and the coworker. We're gonna pause when the coworker starts talking because she reveals some things. Gotta watch these women, cuz gotta watch these women. Watch. Let's go.
First time, the co-worker who was with actor Johnny Wachter when he was gunned down is speaking out. Anita Joy says Wachter shielded her from harm as they encountered the thieves who were trying to steal his catalytic converter.
Omar Lewis spoke with Joy about those final moments as the pair left a downtown LA bar. Omar?
That's right. Anita and Johnny were simply heading home after working a night shift at a downtown LA restaurant and lounge. Anita says Johnny was simply trying to figure out what was happening to his car when he was shot in the chest. Tonight, Anita tells us she's now on a mission to find justice and find the killers responsible.
Once I saw his chest, I just started screaming for help.
Anita Joy is describing the horrific moment that her friend, coworker, and General Hospital actor Johnny Wachter lost his life early Saturday morning in downtown LA as the two walked to their cars at the end of a work shift at the Level 8 restaurant and lounge.
And we noticed his car was on an angle. So he was like, oh no, I'm getting towed. And we look around the side of the car and this guy stands up right at his tire, at his front tire, and he's got this big jack already lifting up the car.
It all happened near the corner of Pico and Hope around 3:15 a.m. Saturday. Anita and Johnny got to his car right as three men were in the process of stealing Johnny's catalytic converter.
Pico and Hope. There is no hope for the Edomites. Let's keep going. And Anita Joy. Anita Joy. Is that your real name? You know? Now I need Anita Baker. Anita Faker. It's your real name, lady. And wait till she starts talking. You're gonna see that she was the catalyst in all this. She got him shot. Watch this. She can't even hide it. Watch this.
Murder. Anita says two men were inside the car and a third was next to the tire.
So both of us, we just kind of were like, hey, what are you doing, man? Like, this is his car. Leave us.
Here, both of us are like, hey, man, what are you doing? This is his car. Why would he say this is his car? This is her saying, what are you doing? Stop that. Get off his car, right? And she's going to say that because he was like, shoot, man, these dudes are still in my car. It is what it is. But she's snapping, right?
Leave alone, whatever. But Johnny was very like not aggressive, not like super confrontational.
She says
so Johnny's like, hey, man, you know what I mean? Three guys still in my car. All right, you got it. She's the one, you know, and you know, it's not just Eve, right? You see, this is Esau acting like this, but you know, sometimes women gotta just close that mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's not, I don't know if they're boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. My coworker will beat up all three of you. Johnny looking like, will you shut up? These niggas got guns and jacks and masks. Like they masked up. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just FYI, like our women, like stop talking for a little bit. You know, it's you can find yourself in a world of hurt that you can't get out of. All right, let's go.
Johnny stepped in front of her, and that's when the gunman immediately fired a deadly shot, hitting him in the chest.
So I grab him and I go, Johnny, honey, are you okay? And he went, nope, shot. And he just said those two words.
She says a coworker heard her screams and ran over to help. Meanwhile, the masked killer.
Johnny, are you okay? Did that bullet hurt? Yeah, I'm shot. You see this? You see this pool of blood starting to develop around my chest? But you know what I mean? She obviously has never been in these type of situations. So
Killers took off.
I don't have a clear description of them because they were very covered up in black clothing. They had ski masks on. I literally saw this much of one guy.
Johnny died in her arms as Anita now mourns the loss of a friend who she had worked with and known for 8 years.
Then he just like immediately made you feel like you're his friend.
She's now seeking justice for Johnny.
Catching is the first thing. That's priority, but then the conviction is what everybody's concerned about, you know, because this has happened before and people get a slap on the wrist and thrown back onto the streets.
And Anita has since quit her job, and she says she won't be returning to Level 8. And while she tells us she's not blaming the restaurant and lounge for what happened, she says she's hoping they will now provide safe parking for their employees. Meanwhile, we can tell you that Johnny's friends, they're planning a call to action tomorrow where they will be calling LA city leaders to demand justice. If you have any information on these suspects who remain on the run tonight, you're asked to contact the LAPD or you can call Crime Stoppers.
all right, so the General Hospital actor gets shot and sent to a general hospital. Kind of can't make this up. You know what I mean? And she's like, yeah, we were both kind of yelling. No. See right through you, Judas. See right through you. You're the loud and She had the vocalize that this is his car and you don't need to be in it. all three of y'all with your face mask and your guns and da, da. Johnny's like, will you just shut up? Stop talking. Wow. Johnny, are you okay? No. This bullet in my chest is ripping through internal organs. Do I look okay? Come on. All right, let's get Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14. And this is a week's time. A week's time from Trump to Nicki Minaj to the General Hospital. This is what the Most High is doing. He is taking these people down, you know, and and bringing us up. You know, how you guys did you sleep well last night? You know what I'm saying? How's your Sabbath? Is it restful? You know what I'm saying? So it's looking good for the 12 tribes of Israel that do everything in their power to follow the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments. But the people that got their ways through nefarious means, like that movie Nefarious, through evil means, Donald Trump, uh, um, what did he do? He was, you know, building up his empire, right? Having Issachar or the 10 tribes build up this foundation, you know what I mean, of his buildings and not paying them, you know. It's all coming back to him. Putting up a ad for you know, the Central Park 5. I heard it was a 6-person in the Central Park, but you know, as we know it from the Central Park 5, and saying they should bring back the death penalty. These are children, and they were innocent. And even when it came out that were innocent, he still doubled down. You know, Elder McCobb was bringing that out. So now look at him, 34 felony charges. Nicki Minaj just spewing a whole bunch of like, you know, turning daughters into prostitutes and whores, and you know what I mean, it's cool to do this with this many guys, and you know what I mean, just get him for his money. And I'm being channeled by Roman, this angry boy. Roman's a boy and he channels me. Like, now she's getting booked and messing up shows over there in Amsterdam. how do you get how do you get in trouble for having weed in Amsterdam? It's Amsterdam. Most I got is mocking these people. And the general hospital guy gets sent to a general hospital. Can't make none of this stuff up. All right, let's bring that out. Proverbs 4 and 14, Bubba Shaw.
When everybody have it, please say con.
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 God.
Con, verse 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men.
God. So what's, you know, do the way they're going, don't go that way. It is a dead end. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, you know, oh, you're on the cover of this magazine and you're a celebrity, and you know what I mean? People stop and take pictures of you and all this other stuff. You know, the Most High is canceling that. He is shaking the heavens. These mountains are being destroyed. The kings of the earth are being vexed. Putin's house was on fire. Donald Trump is going to be calling Melania from Rikers Island. Now, he might not make it to Rikers because, you know, he's Club Med or whatever, you know what I mean? But just let me have this. All right. I'm gonna destroy Donald Trump every chance I get. You know what I'm saying? Verbally, not touching him, verbally, right? And spiritually, you know, he's gonna be you know, having to wash his drawers in the toilet. If anybody never been to jail, that's how to clean yourself up. You know what I mean? You gotta wash your drawers in the toilet. Donald Trump's gonna be sleeping on a boat on the ground because of overpopulation. You know, maybe he won't get a trial date for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, like Khalif Bauer in Rikers Island. Not likely, but you know what I'm saying? this is the stuff that Esau has done to us, and now it's coming back to him. Flip flop. You know what I mean? All right, let's go to Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 13. So you can know, you see this the last days, because this stuff is happening every day. So what celebrity is going to get jammed up this today? Who knows? We'll find out. Send me the video. Now Diddy, we could talk about that as well. No Diddy, they have literally made and patent trademark um like that's his name. His name is based upon nah, we ain't doing that gay stuff. It's called No Diddy. It remind me, all right, one of my favorite movies, right? It's called Kingpin, right? It's about a bowling movie. And it's funny. It's a bunch of Edomites in there. I know y'all like, I ain't watching that, but I like it. It's funny. Bill Murray's in it, right? So his name was Munson, right? And he said, and his dad was, sending him out to go on this tour for bowling. He's like, the name Munson's gonna mean uh power and gonna give a whole nother name to our family name, right? But he ended up like not winning the tournament, and like things just went downhill. So when he went back to his hometown or wherever, the guy was like, "Yo, man, hopefully I'm not trying to get Munson out here." And he's like, "What's Munson mean?" Being up a creek without a paddle, and having the world at your hands, and it just falls and you just fail and all this other stuff. So his name became associated with failure. Diddy's name, his family name, Christian Diddy or Christian Combs, like his whole family name line is trademarked after Nine with that gay stuff. You know what I'm saying? So uh we could talk about Diddy, but he's been dragged daily at this point in time because he dragged Casey. You know what I'm saying? Sick, young, sick, angry person, right? And I think he got his name Puffy because when he was young, he used to puff up and be, a little angry and stuff like that. So he has real anger problems. He should read The Art of Anger, you know what I mean? And maybe get some enlightenment on what to do with all that anger. Stop trying to beat people up and having your security jump them afterwards. Something ain't right. Let's bring that out. Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 13.
When everybody have it, please say Khan.
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 Huh.
Khan, verse 13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
Con. So you don't want to rob and defraud people, okay? And let's talk about your neighbor, the 12 tribes of Israel. We're here in America. I don't know the situation that we're going to watch, now. It could have defrauded somebody from the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta lean on the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Crime isn't something we should be doing in America. All right. America is based upon putting people in jail and making money off you for a long time. So living in America, got to get that crime out of there, not defrauding, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff, got to get rid of it. Okay. Because Esau will put you in a position that you can't get yourself out of. It says, thou shalt not steal. That's like, period. Don't steal. You know what I'm saying? And really, oh man, I steal from any Edomite. I don't care. This, that, and the third. You're not dependent on the Most High. You know what I mean? You're going through other means to get what you need without putting your full faith in the Most High. You know what I mean? Yahweh Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. He got you. You know what I'm saying? He'll give you enlightenment, give you an invention. You know what I'm saying? That's why our people, we run like inventions in America and beyond, and global inventions. That's the Most High giving you, oh, elevator. How about if I didn't want to walk up steps? Oh, a doorknob. You know what I'm saying? It's not us doing this. This is the Most High giving us this mind, the enlightened idea. All right. So instead of going that opposite route, go to the Most High. He'll take care of you. Let's go to Mark chapter 10 and verse 19. But of course, you got to trust in God. You got to believe these scriptures. You got to have faith, you know? And with this next story, um, it's another celebrity fell from grace. All right. Bring that out. Mark chapter 10 and verse 19.
When everybody have it, please say con.
Con.
Con. This is the book of St. Mark, chapter 10 and verse 19. Thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Defraud not. Honor thy father and mother.
Con. Okay. So what does he say? Defraud not. Right? Because he said, the guy comes up to him and says, "Good master, what did I do to inherit eternal life?" He said, "Man, why you calling me good? There's only one good, and that's the Most High. That's God." Paraphrasing, right? But part of that saying, hey, don't kill. You know what I mean? Don't commit adultery. Don't steal. Don't lie. Don't bear false witness. Defraud not. Right? Honor thy father and mother, but don't defraud. Right? Sean Kingston has been in the news lately. Another celebrity. They're falling out the sky. These stars are falling. We'll get to that script, that video regarding what happened to him and his mother.
Rapper Sean Kingston and his mother both taken into custody, allegedly stealing more than $1 million. Thanks again for joining us here on ABC 7 Hulu and wherever you stream. I'm David Ono.
I'm Ellen Leyva. Sean Kingston was arrested in San Bernardino County just hours after his mother was arrested during the SWAT raid of their Florida home.
And now it is news reporter Ashley Mackey joins us now with more on the charges being levied against the singer and his mom. Ashley?
That's right, Dave and Ellen. Sean Kingston and his mother are both facing several charges related to fraud and theft. On Thursday, we reported that the two were arrested. In an Instagram post that's been since taken down, Kingston wrote, "I'm good, and so is my mother. My lawyers are handling everything as we speak." Well, today, his mother, Janice Turner, stood before a judge. Way so beautiful, girl. That's why it'll never work. Jamaican-American singer Sean Kingston, best known for his 2007 hit Beautiful Girls, is being held at the High Desert Detention Center in Adelanto, California, after a SWAT team raided his Florida home mansion. It was there in South Florida that his mother, 61-year-old Janice Turner, was arrested on fraud and theft charges. Turner and her attorney appeared before a judge Friday morning. She faces 8 charges, including grand theft, fraud, and organized scheme to defraud.
Criminal use of personal identification information. Count 7, grand theft greater than $100,000. And count 8, criminal use of personal identification information. I do find probable cause.
Kingston, whose real name is Keyshawn Anderson, was arrested without incident in San Bernardino County. He was performing at a park in Fort Irwin, more than 30 miles outside of Barstow. Several items were seized during the raid on his home in Florida. An attorney present during the raid filed a lawsuit against Kingston, accusing him of paying only $30,000 for a 17-foot TV system that cost $150,000.
He has basically a sales pitch that he goes through to defraud people. He induces them into giving them really expensive things. We know that our property is inside this house right here.
Janice Turner's attorney asked the judge to consider dropping the bond amount from $20,000 each count to $10,000 each count. But given that Turner has been charged for similar crimes in the past, the judge found the bond amounts appropriate. Reporting live in studio, Ashley Mackey, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Hello, I'm Mark.
So that's not the first time he's done this. And his mother's caught up with that. Let's get Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Got your mom Dukes involved, man, for a TV. A TV, but they said $1 million. So I don't know. That doesn't add up. He said $150,000 worth of TV, but other things that he's doing. He gets people to give him stuff. It reading more into this article, it was he he says like, look, give me this TV for like $30,000 or whatever as a down payment, and I'll make some videos. Me and Justin Bieber, like he keep putting Justin Bieber's name in there. Like me and Justin, man, we're like this. So we'll make a commercial talking about your product or whatever, how good it is, and put it on Instagram or whatever, and we could work out the rest of the payment. But he never made the commercial. He didn't contact Justin Bieber, I don't believe. Like Justin Bieber's like, what are we talking about, man? Justin got Bell palsy getting that hot shot, and he's like, man, I don't even mess with Bull like that. I mean, I don't know if that's what Justin Bieber said. I'm making that up. But oh boy, trying to keep up with the Joneses, a 17-foot TV. I mean, I'm sure that thing looks nice and everything, but $150,000, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. You should be, concentrating and following these law, statutes, commandments, find out who you are, growing your beard. All right, let's bring that out. Exodus chapter 20, verse 12.
Con, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 12. When everybody have it, please say con.
Con.
Uh,
Con.
Con.
Verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thy days may be long upon the land which Yahweh thy power given thee.
Not get your mom caught up and locked up while you on tour, and you got the SWAT team coming in. Like they ain't just come and knock on the door like, excuse me, Sean Kingston and his mother. The SWAT team showed up. Like they had hostages in there and kilos of cocaine and dirty guns and human trafficking in the basement and all that other stuff, all for a TV. But I think all that money, what I'm saying, defraud of $1 million, that's I guess that's SWAT worthy in Esau's eyes. But because if it was an Edomite, they'd be like, come on, then. Yeah, matter of fact, turn yourself in on Friday. He's like, man, I can't do Friday, man. I got some things happening on Friday. He's like, all right. How about next Thursday? I think I can do next Thursday. You know what I'm saying? But any chance they get, that's why it's, don't think you can steal and do all this stuff and defraud like Esau does, because I mean, you're not Esau. Any chance they get, they're gonna have the battering ram and the SWAT team showing up at your door like boom, boom, boom. Open up, ATF. All right. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10. This will be the last video and scripture regarding the celebrities falling from grace. Okay, and it's not over. Just because this is the Sabbath, like, oh, I think the Most High is done. I think he's just starting. He's just begun. Who knows what's going to happen to Jim Crow Joe Biden, Kama Sutra Harris, Barack Hussein Obama, like all these people that are high status and fame and money and wealth and all this other stuff. It's time to come down and sit in the dirt. You know what I mean? Sit in the dust. You're about to go into the pit, whether they like it, understand it, believe it or not. Let's bring that out. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10.
Con, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 10. Will everybody have it? Please say con.
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 Con, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. And he shall not be able to hide himself His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yes, Esau is in a whole world of
Here we go.
trouble. It's like a whole world of hurt. And wasted away is he. And this story, you're literally going to see a person wasting away. And that person is Celine Dion, Canadian singer, known for hits, mega hits and everything like that. But the Most High is literally wasting away her body. And I believe it's very painful. One would assume. And she's just one person, but this is going to be all of them. You know what I mean? It says, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, his brethren and his neighbor, he is not. Okay, so they all got something coming to them. And Salakia, real quick. I'm gonna read that in the GNT for further clarification of Esau's descend into the pit. Okay. It says, but I have stripped Esau's descendants completely and uncovered their hiding places so that they can no longer hide. All the people of Edom are destroyed. Not one of them is left. By Shema Mashiach Shai. Let's watch this video with Celine Dion.
Here we go. Rolling, everybody. Shush. Take two, please.
It's a new day for Celine Dion.
Hello, Vogue. This is Celine Dion.
The superstar singer gracing the May issue of Vogue France, sharing details about her rare and incurable neurological disorder, stiff person syndrome, which affects just 1 in a million people, causing muscles to go rigid. Dion, known for iconic hits like My Heart Will Go On, and The Power of Love, telling the magazine, I haven't beat the disease, as it's still within me and always will be. I hope that we'll find a miracle, a way to cure it with scientific research. But for now, I have to learn to live with it. Going on to say, 5 days a week, I undergo athletic, physical, and vocal therapy.
I've been dealing with problems with my health for a long time. And it's been really difficult for me to face these challenges.
The singer shocking the world, announcing her diagnosis in 2022 in an emotional Instagram post.
Unfortunately, these spasms affect every aspect of my daily life and not allowing me to use my vocal cords to sing the way I'm used to.
Dion.
And that's all she had. Like, she's a singer. The Most High is taking away her vocal cords. So, as far as Sean Kingston trying to defraud people out of money, you've seen him. Maybe you haven't. I don't know where him, but him and Justin Bieber driving around in their sports cars and everything, like projecting themselves to having massive amount of money. This dude's stealing. She is a singer, and the Most High is destroying her vocal cords. The General Hospital guy got shot and sent to a general hospital. Nicki Minaj got caught with weed in Amsterdam. It's Amsterdam. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and Trump says, lock her up, right? To the Central Park 5, give them the death penalty. You know what I'm saying? Told the cops, when you put somebody in a car, you don't have to, you just grab their head and be gentle. Nah, man, they just killed somebody. They hit their head, they'll be all right. Now this dude is gonna be shackled from head to toe like Hannibal Lecter. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going.
Had to postpone the return of her Vegas residency and her tour and has not performed since 2019.
Singing It's what I've done all my life.
She is powerful. She is strong, and she really.
They said Eve. Here come Eve to say, she, you know what I mean? They got to put Eve in front of there, like, you know, this is what the media does. We already know that, but let's keep going. She is powerful. She is strong. Is she? Do you know her personally? Are you her friend? Did you guys grow up together? Anyway, let's keep going.
Really is putting a face to something that a lot of us didn't even know was a thing until she first revealed her diagnosis.
Wasting away.
The five-time Grammy winner largely out of the public eye until this year, when she made an emotional return to that very stage in February.
When I say that I'm happy to be here, I really mean it from my heart.
Dion describing that moment she walked out with her eldest son by her side.
It was a very nerve-wracking and at the same time, a big honor. It took a lot out of me, but my son, Renee Charles, RC, came and gave me his support.
Renee Charles, one of Dion's three sons that she shared with late husband Renee Angelil. Angelil battled throat cancer. In 2015, Dion telling me about the day she learned it had come back.
It was December 17th, and I will never forget because it was a wedding anniversary, and I was rehearsing for The Voice. And after the rehearsal, I went back in my dressing room and I saw him looking pretty devastated and shocked. And I was like, but what's going on? And he said, Danny said, I have cancer again. The doctor just called me and I have cancer again. And at that moment, honestly, my heart started to beat faster, but my body shut off. And I was like, I'm going to go put makeup on and I'm going to go sing Incredible. And I'm going to forget how I feel right now. Incredible. And I went on, I sang the song. And then we went to the hotel. And then reality started to strike.
Celine and Renee met when she was just 12. He became her manager, her mentor, and later the love of her life.
We're going to get to that because of course, I've done some research in everybody's age, and Esau's a perv. But let's keep going.
Help him turn those early ballads like Because You Loved Me into gold. Dion decided to step back from her lucrative residency at Caesar's Palace in Vegas to care for her husband and their young sons.
He can't use his mouth, he can't eat. So I feed him. He's got a feeding tube. I have to feed him 3 times a day. And
you did so much of this yourself.
I do this myself.
Renee Angelil passed away less than a year after our interview.
Today for me, it's like I don't live with him physically, but I live with him inside of me.
A true showwoman, Dion returned to the stage shortly after.
He would be over here watching the whole show.
Is there any one song now that when you sing it, it's all about you and Renee?
When I sing The Show Must Go On, because when I was sick or when he was sick, he always said, the show must go on.
While she hasn't performed in nearly 5 years, Dion hinting at a return to the stage, telling Vogue France, I can't stand here and say to you, yes, in 4 months. I don't know. My body will tell me. On the other hand, I don't just want to wait. Her own health struggles adding to the many trials she's faced in her life.
I think fans are just so proud of Celine. I think that they are proud that she is still willing to give them a glimmer of hope that she's going to get back out on the stage. And I think they just love hearing that she is willing to fight.
Celine Dion's determination and strong will, just the way she is.
Yes, Celine Dion, that is the way it is, and that's the way it will continue to be. All right, let's get Lamentations 4 and 22. And then we're going to start adding up some of these numbers. Celine Dion and her late husband, Esau the perv. Okay. But when you got there, you can bring it out. Lamentations chapter 4 and 22.
Con, this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 22. When everybody have it, please say Con.
Con. Con.
Con, verse 22. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished. O daughter of Zion, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Okay. She is wasting away. Let's get Hebrews 12 and 16. Esau the perv. Okay, so before you get that, let's do some numbers. Let's crunch some numbers. He met her when she was 12, right? All right, so she was born in 1968, right? So she was 12 in 1980. He was born in 1942. He was 38 years old when he met this 12-year-old who he ended up marrying. What 38-year-old man says, whoa, that 12-year-old's kind of, she's right up my alley. That's my speed. And they talk about like it's normal. Like, oh, they met when he was 12. It's such a beautiful story. You know, he end up being her manager. We're grooming her from the very beginning, you know? So he made money off of her because, she's Celine Dion. Who knows who this guy is? You know what I'm saying? But he took that 12-year-old and, you know what I mean? Should be, hey, why not have a special on him? Surviving whatever that guy's name is. I forgot his name. For surviving him. He said surviving Diddy, surviving R. Kelly, surviving Cosby. But these Edomites, what's the other guy's name? He married like his adopted daughter. He's from New York. I can't think of that guy's name. He's oh, has glasses.
Morgan Freeman.
No, not Morgan Freeman. This guy's he's an Edomite. Anyway, very very sick individual. Let's bring that out. Hebrews 12 and 16.
Con, this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. When everybody have it, please say Con.
Con. Con.
Con.
Con, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person, as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Con. So Esau is profane. He's a fornicator. You know what I mean? There's nobody up messing with him. Woody Allen's his name. Woody Allen married Soon Yi. Soon Yi. Soon Yi. Prevalent. Soon Yi Prevalent. The adopted daughter of his ex-partner Mia Farrow in December 1997. She was born in Seoul, South Korea, so they go get them from other countries, you know what I'm saying? And nobody cares about that, right? You married your adopted daughter? Is that normal? Of course it's not. But in Edomite culture, they're like, hey man, things happen, Sometimes your adopted daughter, you know what I mean? You gotta marry her. You know what I'm saying? But Bill Clinton, not Bill Clinton, yeah, he's a pervert. Bill Cosby, he's at the Playboy Mansion popping pills in the 70s and then, you know, getting with these women and all that. They was there. They was at the Playboy Mansion. It's not like they showed up to church. There's Playboy Mansion. What do you think happens at the Playboy Mansion? But, you know, bam, they railroaded him every 4 days. Another person comes out. Another person comes out. It's like he was rich and famous and had money for drugs and then is with all these women, you know, not minimizing anything that he's done. But when you look at obviously the contrast of I keep saying Bill Clinton, Bill Cosby, and this guy, you know what I'm saying, Celine Dion's husband, or Woody Allen, it's a huge gap. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. Okay. But regardless, these celebrities are sinking. The powers of the earth are being shaken. Putin's house caught on fire. Donald Trump is going to be sitting in a bullpen on top of a toilet singing love songs. You know what I mean? And getting jumped in the shower. You know, this is a wrap. So let's all enjoy it. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eye on the prize. Continue to follow the law, statutes, commandments. The Most High God is you know, God is not mocked. Whatever you sow, you're gonna reap. And they're reaping what they sow. This is the time period we living in right now. So we just gotta stay completely focused so we don't have to deal with this backlash, you know what I mean, and this judgment that's coming on the earth. By Shema Mashiach Awashai, we got next. Shalom.